was diagnosed in March of 2001. I had been to the doctor for a routine mammogram.
And how was the process?
Well, I just went in for a routine mammogram and received a call a couple weeks later telling me that I needed to return for a diagnostic mammogram, that they had seen something, didn't want me to worry, but that they needed to just make sure that there was nothing there.
How did you feel when you received that call?
Frightened, even though I know that most of the time it turns out to be nothing. I have a family history of breast cancer, and it scared me.
What exactly happened after the second mammogram?
The radiologist came out and talked to me after she had looked at the x-rays and told me that she was afraid that I was going to have a biopsy. I asked her if I could just have a needle biopsy, and she said no, that the way that this showed up, that it was kind of spread out, and they were going to need to do an open biopsy where they actually make an incision and take the area out. And so I contacted a surgeon on the advice of my doctor of who I should call. Contacted a surgeon. She put me in contact with a surgeon, and he did the biopsy. And about a week after I had the biopsy, he called me with the results, apologized for giving me the results on the phone, but knew that I was anxious to know what they were, and that it did show up that it was cancer.
And the doctors had to take out certain lymph nodes to see if it had spread. And tell us about that process and how it has affected you.
Well, when they did the lymphdectomy, they took out lymph nodes underneath my arm to make sure that the cancer had not spread to my lymph system. If it had, then it would mean that I would need more invasive surgery or chemotherapy. This way, it spares the breast, and you only have to have radiation. The result of the lymph node, them taking the lymph nodes out, I have swelling in that arm.
And then what advice would you give women today about being aware of breast cancer?
That every woman needs to be aware of their family history, and even if they do not have any risk factors in their family, they need to do self-exams and have mammograms.